All right, we've got a new standard deck. This is a deck that's been doing pretty well online. It got first place recently in a Magic Online challenge. This is Mono White Momo. So, you know the Boros Dragon deck. This is sort of like a variant of that using Springleaf Drum and a bunch of different white cards. So, a lot of these cards are cards we've actually played with. I have a lot of experience with Starfield Shepherd, doing weird things with it in Oketra's Monument, so hopefully I can figure this one out easily enough. But yeah, it's mono white mid-range. It's not really combo, it's not really aggro. I guess it's kind of aggro. You can do some beatdowns with Momo, but I think we're just playing for the board and getting some card advantage over time, and then closing out the game with some beatdowns. So I would call that mid-range. We've got a singleton farm animal. All this is to tutor for our Starfield Shepherd. Momo reduces the cost, which is really nice. Sets up double spell turns for Sage of Skies or Zenith or Haliya. Got Voice of Victories, also plays well with Haliya. The life gain is nice. Figure of Fable is something we can tutor. That is a solid win condition. And of course, we need Seam Rip in our deck because we got Land Wealth, Badgermal Cub, red cards. It's very important. Mana base, 4 Air Temple. I've been singing this card's praises since it got spoiled. Not surprised to see it here. Singleton Soulstone Sanctuary. You can play Fountain Port as well. This person chose not to. And then, of course, we got my least favorite card, Get Lost. Just to be able to interact with all the different permanents that are not artifacts in the format. Sideboard, we've got Requisition Raid. Very flexible card. And then the extra counters can be useful. Anti-Sweeper, Graveyard Hate. Shelterback goes for aggro. And then Clarion Conqueror to turn off all the mana creatures and whatnot. So that is the list. Gonna give it a spin in a few games. If you guys want it, it's in the description as always. And enjoy. Alright, let's go first. What about this hand? Mulligan. And we get this hand, which is actually definitely a keep. What do I do though? I don't. Oh, I guess no. Oh, so I can mulligan the voice and then turn 3 have Haliya Sage. Strange. I think I'm gonna do that. Kill the Momo, it's bad. It's an awkward decision, but I think the point of my deck is to have bursty plays, and that seems like the best way to do that. Very good draw. Deep Cavern. That is so annoying. Okay. That messes everything up. That sucks. Probably Haliya. I'm left with Sage. Maybe we top deck a 1. We have a lot of good draws, I guess. Keep Haliya. Draw planes. Awful. I shouldn't attack here. Well, that went to shit pretty quickly. I only have good top decks either. I'm gonna trade this. Weird spot. What? Okay, I assume this is green black mid range. This is just a hook. Okay, another Overlord. Perfect draw. That's actually really good here. Now I can do nothing. That helps. A lot like this. Play an Overlord, I'm probably down to... Maybe I just shouldn't have... Maybe my deck is just awful at mulliganing, so you should just keep a mediocre hand, but not the greatest showing. We'll see if we can battle back in the next games. This is just Badgermole Cub deck. I don't know what removal they're going to have exactly. Once sheltered by Ghost. I don't know. Probably not a card I should have against the Shoot the Sheriff deck. I think that's a fair thing to logic out. Drum and Conquer is a Nombo. I think I have to take every copy out. I don't think I need farm animals. Maybe they'll prove me wrong. Keep Seam Rips. Could cut Figure. Get Lost. And against Ouroboros, Pile, like Deep Cavern Bats, all that stuff. We'll lean on... Maybe on the draw, I need more reactive stuff. Get Lost is just so bad. It is better when you have Clarion Conqueror. But they can just, like... I don't know, I have to Get Lost a Badgermole Cub, and then they shoot the Sheriff my Conqueror, and then they later have the Ouroboros, they get to put maps on it. Or just value in general. Just random mid-range green thing that now I can never block because it's too big because of the maps. I just hate it. It just sucks. Yeah, some unfortunate luck. I don't think Voice of Victory was something that was going to carry me to victory that game. Mulligan, get Deep Cavern Batted is annoying. It's not like my opponent had a very good start anyway. I couldn't even tell what deck they were playing. But we just couldn't do anything. That sounds so bad. Okay. So far, not very impressed. We got beatdowns. This is a card I actually haven't played with that much. It looks solid. Yeah. The mana efficiency here is appealing if I get to Get Lost and then activate both next turn. We'll skip +1 damage. Good example of a spot where the maps might be really annoying because they get a lifelink thingy. Or 5. The stats don't really matter for me. It's just a question of how do I want to use the mana or the air temple. 7, 8. Protection from each of your opponents. I'm still gonna play the voice. What, I have 6 and 3 and 3. 12. Yeah. Oh, now I get the map, so I'm gonna die next turn. Top deck. I get lost. A nice draw. I guess I can just give that. Oh, God. Whatever. Play another match. I was gonna just record one match, but this was fast enough, and we just got bodied. This deck looked awful in the first match. Hopefully, the second match will change my mind. All right, GG. All right, round 2. Opponent goes first. I will mulligan again. I tell if this deck is completely unplayable or I'm getting a little unlucky, but I'm leaning towards it being completely unplayable. Springleaf Drum. Okay, here we go. Mulliganing and then having Get Lost in your hand is just like, it's forfeit. It's over. What can you do? I think you have to have like Springleaf Drum or Momo in your opening hand for this deck to be good, and I did that once, but I just got Deep Cavern batted on a mulligan, and then my hand didn't function, so... Artifacts. Okay. Momo not doing all that much. I could get the disenchant effect. What a plains. I'm just gonna get this stupid farm animals. And I can decide if I want to just hard cast this Haliya or not. Robot, alright. Sure. I'm under enough pressure. Plan is to just play another Zenith. That's the farm animals. The 2 of these, that's really annoying. No, we're right to base. Okay, sure. I thought that my guy was dead. Yeah, okay. So you can bot me for 3 and then make a 3/3. That doesn't matter. Momo. Alright. We have a ginormous board. I need to send this 2/4 in. And we're going to gain a whole lot of life if they don't deal with our Zeniths. So, we got to get lost to protect us. Looking very winnable. We even have the farm animal to blow up something that needs to be blown up. This insulates anything else, but I think this game's over. Yeah, still not really sold on this deck. I just didn't do anything. Played some shitty artifacts and then shocked my face, so I don't know. I think we just get the 1/1s. Whatever. anyway. With the Flier. It's 2. They're just gonna sack. Here, protect. I get the 3. I was gonna have the mana up. Wait for a better spot, but also what? This only triggers my field, right? Your end step, yeah. So this does combine with Haliya. I don't know. It's all that important, but a million power. Also, as long as I have this Shepherd, I'm gonna get to trigger these Zeniths. So I think they're just doomed. A bunch of 3/3s is mildly annoying, but I just want the animal in play just for the body. Be a 3/3. Sure. Yep. I think this deck should have a Warden, right? Seems worth. Warden is good enough to have one copy of. Points of damage. Alright. Well, that was a game of Magic. Okay, let's get these in. Artifacts, a bit rough when everyone's playing Clarion Conqueror. The raids, and it's probably a Shelter by Ghost matchup if I had to guess. What goes? I hate Get Lost. You can't make me do it. You can't make me do it. I want all the drums. Look at -2. I want Disenchant here. I could take out a Pixie, but flying blockers. Healing. I don't think I need Figure. I don't even think I need Voice. You just have it to have more 2s, but I don't know. I'm not sold. Do I want 1/3 blocker? Not really. My curve is sort of chalked, but maybe we just have Momo and a Clarion Conqueror and nothing matters. I do have Legion landing though, so they can just nuke a Momo. Or Legion Extruder? The name. So, what do we want here? We just want Sage. Guess I played first. Protect from Extruder. I'll get the beatdowns, but I think it's worth it. Warrior. I have a lot of mana, which means oh wow. Well, we did the thing. Nice. This is the point of the deck. I assume this is the thing that gives you free wins. Free card combo. Call it that. Nothing insane, but pretty good. And now I have Raid to just pump up my little Bane Slayers. Yeah, that was lucky. Alright, well, at least we got to see the deck do something powerful. It is what you want out of these videos, right? I don't think people show up to just watch a deck not do the thing it was built around. My guess. Guess is a long time magic. Chainsaw, that's rude. Huh. Okay. Momo dies, really? Sure. Cranial Oblivion. They've got all these equipments to beat me up, but I have so much lifelink, and then I have the farm animals to check the next one. I also have another Requisition Raid and a Shelter by Ghosts. This matchup seems quite bad for my opponent. Is this equal to power? Okay, well, I neglected that. Oops. What does it say? Oh, they can't equip anything. I guess they do this. Alright. Yeah, that's cool. My opponent's deck is sweet. I don't know if you need the green, but at least some decent options. Clarion Conqueror is just such a problem, though. Sorry, opponent. Very sorry. I draw to get out of this. Oh no. Not it. Guess if they somehow had their own lifelink flyer, maybe that would have been good, but I think this match is drawing its conclusion, which means I can talk about the deck. But yeah, this deck didn't feel particularly impressive. Like, we have a lot of very good cards against this matchup, so and we drew incredibly well. But it just feels clunky and sort of underpowered. Maybe if you just put a broken card in your deck, like maybe you can just play Bashful Cub and Gene Pollinator. Maybe you could just play Quantum Riddler that goes alongside Momo. I think there's a lot of different ways to make it so. This deck would be more impressive to me. And you don't have to remove the, like, Nut Draw Momo Sage thing. But I'm not super sold on the mono white version. Either way, won a tournament. Useful information to people that care about things going on in Standard. So happy to make a video over it. Feel free to hit that like button if you want more stuff like this. Yell at me if you want to see me play a different deck in a different format. Hit subscribe if you want to do that. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.